We're going to begin kneeling or in easy pose with your legs crossed, whichever is comfortable for you today. Relax your shoulders. Place your hands on your knees. Close your eyes and begin breathing slowly, deeply, and naturally. Letting any thoughts that come into your mind just pass without attachment. Focusing just on this moment. And then we'll bring our focus to our intention today, which is stillness. Within yourself, there is stillness, a sanctuary to which you can retreat at any time and be yourself. Let us focus on finding the stillness within our mind and within our body as we practice this evening. Sweeping your arms up and folding forward for child's pose. Your knees can be together or apart. Stretching the arms out. And then walking the hands forward for melting heart, lifting the hips and bringing the forehead to the mat. Taking your left hand, weaving it through, coming onto that shoulder for thread the needle. Coming back to center and weaving the right arm through, coming onto that shoulder. And coming back to center, pulling yourself forward, Shifting to one side and bringing your legs out in front of you. Getting on your sits bones. You're going to come into a seated forward fold, keeping the spine tall, just walking the hands forward, just till you feel the edge. And then walk the hands back up. Bend your right knee. Take your right foot, bring it across your left knee, and then take your left hand and bend the elbow on the side of the right knee. Right arm goes behind you, and look over that right shoulder. Spinal twist. Come back to center, extend the right leg out, bend the left leg, bring the left foot over the right knee, take your right arm, bring it up, and then the elbow down on the outside of the left knee, left hand behind, and look over the left shoulder. Come back to center, extend the left leg out. Lie down on your back, knees up, feet about hip distance apart, arms are at your sides. Take a breath to prepare. Inhale the hips up, squeezing the glutes at the top. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Continue with your own breath. Next time up, hold at the top and maybe bind your hands underneath you, clasping them together, and breathe. And release the bind, lower the hips. From here, we're going to take the right foot, extend it up, flex the toes, bring it across the left thigh, opening up that hip. If it feels good, go ahead and reach through, placing your hands under your knee. Keeping the toes flexed. And of course, if it doesn't feel good, you can just keep the foot down on the floor. and release. Bring the right foot back down to the floor, lift the left foot, flex the toes, bring it across, opening the hip. If it feels good, go ahead and reach your hands through, lifting and pulling toward you, placing your hands under your knee. And release. Roll to one side. Support yourself into a table. And then step forward. Reverse your swan dive. And come into mountain pose. We're going to get ready to do Sun Salutation A. Relaxing the shoulders, standing in mountain pose, feet are hip distance apart, engaging your quads, taking a breath to prepare. Inhaling the arms up, salute. Folding, hinging from the hips into a forward fold. Lifting for flat back. Stepping back for plank and lowering into crocodile. Lifting the chest and flipping the toes for upward dog. And then flip the toes back and hinge back for downward dog. Step or jump your feet to your hands. Come into flat back. Lower for forward fold. Reverse your swan dive, salute. And mountain. Again, sweeping the arms up, salute. Forward fold. Flat back. Stepping back into plank and then crocodile. Lifting for upward dog. Hinging back for downward dog. Step or jump your feet to your hands. Come into flat back. Come all the way down for forward fold. Reverse your swan dive. And mountain. Sweeping the arms up, salute. Forward fold. Flat back. Placing the hands on the mat, stepping back, plank into crocodile. Lifting for upward dog. Hinging back for downward dog. Step or jump your feet to your hands. Come into flat back. Fold forward. Reverse your swan dive. Salute. And mountain. Salute. Forward fold. Flat back. Stepping back, plank into crocodile. Lifting for upward dog. Hinging back for downward dog. Stepping or jumping forward, coming into flat back. Lowering, forward fold. reversing, absolute, and mountain. Absolute, forward fold. Lifting for flat back. Stepping back, plank into crocodile. Lifting for upward dog. Hinging back for downward dog. Stepping or jumping, your feet to your hands. Flat back, forward fold, reverse your swan dive, absolute, and mountain. Sweeping the arms up, absolute, forward fold, flat back, stepping back, plank into crocodile, lifting for upward dog, hinging back for downward dog, stepping or jumping, feet to hands, flat back, forward fold, reversing, sweeping the arms up, and mountain. Sweeping the arms up, absolute, forward fold, lifting for flat back, stepping back, plank into crocodile, lifting for upward dog, hinging back for downward dog, stepping or jumping, your feet towards your hands, coming into flat back, lowering for forward fold, reversing your swan dive, absolute, and mountain. Absolute, forward fold, flat back, step back, plank into crocodile, lifting for upward dog, hinging back for downward dog, stepping your feet to your hands, flat back, lowering for forward fold, reversing the swan dive, absolute, and mountain. Sweeping the arms up, absolute, forward fold. Lifting, flat back, stepping back, plank to crocodile, lifting for upward dog, hinging back for downward dog. Stepping or jumping your feet to your hands, flat back, full forward fold, reversing your swan dive, and mountain. Just take a few breaths right here. Sweeping the arms up, folding forward, placing your hands on the mat and stepping back into a downward dog, pressing the hips into the air, bringing the ears between the shoulders, and breathing. Raising the right leg up behind you, and then swinging it through for swan, bringing the shin across the mat, Sliding the left leg back. Lowering for sleeping swan if it feels good. Lifting your head and your chest, placing your hands back on the mat, flipping the toes on your back leg and lifting back up into downward dog. Lifting the left leg up behind you and then swinging it through for swan, bringing the shin across the mat and sliding the right leg down. And then lowering for sleeping swan if it feels good. Lifting the head and the chest, pressing the hands into the mat, flipping the toes on your right leg and pressing back up into downward dog. And then dropping to your knees, sinking back into child's pose. Walking the hands to the right. And then bringing them back to center and walking them to the left. Coming back to center, rest your forehead on the mat, and then bring your hands by your feet relieving those shoulders. And then lifting yourself up, shifting around and lying down on your back in corpse pose, preparing for final relaxation, Shavasana. Closing your eyes or softening your gaze. Letting your body fully relax into your mat. Just feel the weight of it as you sink into the floor. Bringing your focus to your breath once again, breathing slowly, deeply, and naturally. Feeling grateful that you took time today to nourish your mind and your body and your spirit. Take a moment to notice any areas of your body that are needing a little extra healing oxygen. Just breathe there now. Breathe right into those areas without judgment. And then bringing your focus to our intention today, which is stillness. Create space simply to be, and clarity emerges for you to see. Bringing your awareness back to your space. Noticing any sensations or sounds. Slowly opening your eyes. And then bringing yourself to a seated position when you're ready. And we'll inhale the arms up One more time, inhale up and exhale. The light in me honors and appreciates the light in you. Namaste.